Hello, and welcome to The Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Each week, they bring you conversations with local Christian businesses and business owners. The Experience Local is brought to you each week by wonderful sponsors.
Copper Rock Real Estate. Commercial and residential real estate in the Mid-Willamette Valley. CopperRockRealty.com. Independent Merchant Brokers. Low-cost and no-cost debit and credit card processing. 877-460-4747. IndependentMerchantBrokers.com. Bosun Hub Digital Development encourages you. Join in supporting Walk to End Alzheimer's. ALZ.org. Adams Ribs Smokehouse, 1210 State Street, Salem, Oregon, 503-362-2194. AdamsRibsSmokehouse.com. Discover Oregon Real Estate. Tim Rist on the web at dore.llc. Find your people, find your home.
And now, your hosts for The Experience Local, Russ and Scott.
Ho!
Hey,
you know what?
here we are.
We really are there, and that's what I get for doing too many things. Okay, so good morning, everybody, and welcome. We just want to make sure you got a good view of that beautiful ad. And, you know, our good friend Ray Davis is with us today, and we are so thankful for that. But we're just thankful you're here on The Experience Local, right, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to have our little ray of sunshine. I believe today is actually the first day of autumn, right?
Today is the first day of autumn. Yes, it usually always falls on the 20. Oh, no, wait a sec. It fell on the 21st.
Oh, was
So
it
it's
yesterday?
a couple days after, yeah.
It's the first work day of autumn, and we're glad to have our ray of sunshine.
Yes, for sure.
There we go. I knew
There
I
you
could
go.
recover somehow.
There you go. That's where that'll work. That'll work. So, oh my goodness. Yeah, we're so thankful. You know, it's so amazing to have so many incredible people in our communities, I would say now, Scott, since we have two different local communities now. But we're so thankful for people like Ray that come here, share their local business, their faith, their family. And, you know, it's all about amazing believers in business, right, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. Small businesses are the backbone of the economy, and people put their heart and soul into their business, and they create jobs and they solve problems for people. And it's great when we get someone like Ray that comes in that is also a believer in business, a opportunity to get a peek behind the scenes and what goes on in Ray's life and how he integrates his faith and his family into his business.
Yeah, it is amazing. You know, I think that really getting down to what really makes us all tick is really so important, you know, and I am right on the forefront sharing my faith every day. And, you know, Scott, that without God and without his strength in my life, what I'm going through now would be nearly impossible. And so thankful for that. And so thankful for everybody praying, by the way. And I want to remind you again, don't forget, we're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. And for those in Texas, we're here at 9 a.m. Texas time. No, wait a second. 11 a.m. Texas time. There you go. I'm going to get it.
Yeah, that's a Texas Standard Time.
There you go. I'm going to get that yet. Anyway, but we're so thankful that everybody's here joining us today. Don't forget, we're live at those times every week. And then it also broadcasts on the Experience Radio Network. And so look for all that information. And a good place to look for that is at local.theexperience.video. There it is, right, Scott?
Yeah, I love it. It's right there on the screen, local.theexperience.video. We've got information. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel for The Experience. Also, if you go to local.theexperience.video, you'll be able to find LinkedIn links for both Russ and I, as well as our business YouTube channels as well. Please subscribe and share it with your friends. And if you have a YouTube channel, let us know, because we would like to subscribe back And it's a way that we grow the community. It's something that we can do for each other, and it doesn't cost any money at all.
Isn't that amazing? It doesn't cost any money at all. There is, hey, who said things are not sometimes free, right?
Mhm.
It's a free ride. There you go. But, listen, we want to tell you guys each week we talk to amazing people, and we're going to jump right in because, Ray is known as Ray of Sunshine, and he definitely brings it. I love this guy, been a friend of mine for so many years now, and just appreciate him so much. So everybody, are you ready, Scott?
Let's do it. Let's bring in the Ray of Sunshine.
Welcome, Ray. Good morning, Ray.
What's going on, gentlemen? How you guys doing this morning?
We're
Life
doing
is
great.
good.
Yeah, now that you're here, Ray, all is good. And so I just want to thank you so much for being here. I know all the amazing things that you're doing, but let's just start off with a little bit of what is Ray all about? Who is he? What's his business? What's he all about? Give us a little snapshot of you.
Well, I'm Ray Davis of Davis Home Inspection. I've been doing home inspections now for over a decade, almost 15 years as a sole proprietor and working hard. I guess in a lot of ways, my nickname, which was started because of the fact that people couldn't get my name right. Yeah, I still am surprised about that because my name is Ray. Full name is Raymond, but I go by Ray. Don't call me Raymond. There's only a few people are allowed to do that. But that being said, the name Sunshine stuck. It was. I'll give you a brief little thing about that. So when I was ordering coffee, I got kind of tired of people mispronouncing my name because they would say, "What is your name?" And I would say Ray. And the next thing you know, I get Mike. I get Richard. No, my name is Ray. So I came up with the best answer to that is like, so when they ask me, what the name they want to put on my coffee cup, I usually say Ray is Ray, like the sunshine. And so it kind of stuck. And so going to our chamber meetings, they were all doing the same thing, mispronouncing my name and getting it wrong. And so I turned around and said Ray like the sunshine. And so from that point on, it's been, oh, sunshine. It does fit my personality. I love life. I love people. I'm very faithful. I look at life from a different perspective. And I've been able to enjoy some of the fruits of that. So I have two wonderful daughters, Kayla and Deanna, 20 and 14. So I've been lucky enough to raise some beautiful girls. No one's ever perfect, but surprisingly, my ex-wife and we pulled it off. So they're doing great.
That's fabulous. And I want to ask you about Davis Home Inspection. And I've mentioned this to you before, that I'm a huge fan of the home inspection business. Most people become familiar with it when they buy or sell a house.
Right.
And but I think that as a homeowner, you want to know what's going on. You take your body in to go get a physical. And
Yes.
if there's some things that need to be adjusted, you get that taken care of. Or you at least get a thumbs up and say, hey, Scott, just keep doing what you're doing. But tell us about Davis Home Inspection.
All right. Well, we try to provide that. The biggest thing about a home inspection is, we come in and we're looking to put your house through a physical to find out what is doing its primary function and purpose and if there's any overdue safety issues. Major issues are negotiated in terms of where your realtor is able to play their part, being able to help that buyer or that seller in terms of being able to get those things done. But what we're looking at is a whole series of stuff. A lot of people think they can be home inspectors and go ahead, try it. But what they find is that, little bitty cracks can tell stories. Major cracks can be, obviously more leaning towards, what things that can be repaired. But we're looking at thousands of things and we only have so many hours to do it. And then we only have come in blind 9 times out of 10 where we have no idea what's going on with the house. So that being said, it's worth its weight in gold. There's several different services that we provide that helps out a great deal because we understand that There's a lot of things that can go unseen that can be helpful for that home buyer. Just being able to be knowledgeable, just like you said, Scott. So we some of the services we provide, not only just home inspection, but we also provide sewer scoping, which is a major benefit. That's one of those unseen things that if there's a major problem, it can be negotiated, it can be fixed, it can be addressed. Sewer scoping it's crazy. We also offer radon testing. We do lead inspections. Look at the roof, go to the crawl space, go into the attic, look at all those special things. We also do infrared. So there's tons of things that we do. I'm certified in. I'm a master indoor environmental specialist, so I also do mold testing. I talk to people about all kinds of different things. I was formerly asbestos certified. I'm going to look to redo that, and then I'm looking to promote some other things here, hopefully in the near future.
Yeah, that, Ray, all that you do, first of all, is so amazing because it's you. You and I have talked about this before. You provide just that extra little something for people. And, that comes from within you. That comes from your faith in God and just the kind of person you are. So talk to us a little bit about that. Talk about how your faith plays into all that you do. It plays into your character and, how you treat people and all those things, which you are a blessing, my friend. But anyway, I'll let you talk about it. I could talk about you all day.
Yeah, now you hit me on that humble thing. It's one of those things that's just part of me, man. I love people. I know that I'm not always for people. People may not always be for me in certain aspects of things because I'm excited. I choose to use. I want you to see the God in me. If that's not too harsh of a statement. I heard a great quote that when a man meets you, make sure you show the God inside of you first. And so I treat people with respect in kindness and love and appreciation and admiration. One of my spiritual gifts is being an exhorter. So I don't mind telling you how handsome you are. I don't mind telling you how nice you are. I don't mind expressing the good things that you've been able to accomplish, especially when someone's buying a house. You know how many times we've turned around and said, congratulations, the first thing when someone calls and they're looking for a home inspector. And I say, hey, I don't even know if I'm going to do your inspection. And I know you're asking questions and you may be shopping around, but I first want to tell you congratulations because I understand the process that you're going through. And you worked hard to get to this place. And we're going to do the best thing we can to let you know all the information that we can. And oftentimes those clients are grateful for just having that. And so I'm not an alarmist. I think I use my faith in that. There's certain things like out in Sweet Home. I just did an inspection. Sweet Home, Oregon is a pretty little town, but what we call our Sweet Home specials. Some of the building practices of Sweet Home are still a little outdated. They're working on it. But even just last week, we did one where I was under someone's house and I found a log. It was a tree. It was a log, and it was holding up the house vertical as an I-beam. So,
oh my gosh!
I took a picture of it and I showed it to the client. I said, "Hey, we gotta get that repaired." So those little things like that kind of bring a little bit of humor to it. But at the end of the day, try to bless those people. I'm not that powerful, so I want to make sure I don't use the wrong words, but try to bless those people with happiness and going forward, and hopefully all the things that they want and dream of and desire will come about. And that's what I'm about. Totally.
I'm glad you're the one crawling into the houses with.
I don't always fit
with the dust and the cobwebs, and then you get to climb up into the attic with more dust and cobwebs and 120 or 130 degrees.
Oh,
So
yeah.
life of an inspector. One of the things, Ray, you mentioned the chamber, and I'm a big fan of chambers of commerce, and it's just a great place to get together with other folks interested in developing a nice community. Can you tell us about some of the things that you and Davis Home Inspections are involved in? And I'll remind people that today's guest is our ray of sunshine, Ray Davis of Davis Home Inspections.
Well, I love the chamber. I haven't been able to go to as many of the meetings because the beautiful thing is that I'm in somebody's crawl space. So I understand that. I got to tell you a crawl space story the other day. I was in a crawl space and there were so many spider webs. I was driving away from the property and I was still 15 minutes after the inspection. And I was still wiping the back of my neck because I could just feel a spider web just hanging on and it did not want to let go. So, that's an eerie feeling, but it is what it is. What the chamber has provided for my business is face-to-face recognition. One of the things about marketing in our area is that we have a lot of people who want to know you. They want to know more about who you are as a person. They want to see you and they want to see your presence. So that's good because, as I've learned from working with the chamber, there's just so many people out there, so many different industries. There's so many different businesses. One, to go in there and congratulate them for all of their hard work and what they're trying to provide. And then two, them being able to give referrals. Those referrals are huge and it's helped my business greatly. I'm so appreciative of that. Some of the things that I'm involved in, I do a lot of donations, do a lot of working with other business owners in terms of talking with them about what we can do in terms of linking up to provide access for their, there's so many great organizations. I don't want to say any words of particular names and then miss out on some of the other ones that are out there that also need that help. But just mainly just being able to have a giving heart and then following up with that. So the chamber has been awesome. So many wonderful people in there. And so many like-minded people in the sense of like having a place to know where you can walk in and be familiar with some of the things that people are going through. And it's not always negative. It's a lot of positive in there. So I love that.
Just jumping back to that 80s sitcom, you can go to the chamber where actually people do know your name and can pronounce Ray Davis appropriately. Go ahead, Russ.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. Well, I think that everybody loves to see their ray of sunshine. And I see it when you go to things. And Ray, I think that speaks a lot to, when people talk about personal branding, and you and I have obviously talked about this a lot, but you are really the difference maker in your business. The faith you have, the character you have, the community spirit you have, even when things are it's to the grindstone for you, even when you're going through all that, you're always very thoughtful about others and all of that. And I think that, you and I, again, have talked about getting your yourself out there. And that is so important, like the chamber or whatever you're doing. Why do you feel like that's important to you? Because you want people to know and know you, like you, and trust you, right? Do you want people to really be calling you because of who you are? And I think that happens definitely.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. Great question. The best answer that I believe that I have for that is, there's so many things that come against us, right? There's people who will attack you. There's people who will say awful things. Some people want to see you win and others don't. You got to get past the scarcity mindset. So being able to just focus on being who you are, just focus on being a nice, happy person. If you're a nice, happy person, then great things are going to happen. I just love that. I do get anxious. I do get scared. I don't always want to talk when I'm focusing on things, but for the main part, I know it's got a purpose. And so sure enough, when I'm in my car and I'm a little scared of going in, it rears up in me because I understand that, man, I'm about to see some people that I really do enjoy. I get a chance to talk about some things that I really do appreciate. and it's part of my livelihood. And so as a result of it, it's just, believing in what God has put in me. It's funny because, Russ, you and I just had our meeting and just saw each other not too long ago. And a lot of times I think one of the things that we all miss is that, yeah, we pray for things, we believe in things that are unseen, but also we can conjure it. It's ours. It's already done.
Right.
Believe in that. Understand that. That is heavy in a place where sometimes, we all have voices in our head. We all have things that are coming against us. But at the end of the day, you conjure because it's been given to you. It's your right. It is your right.
I love it.
So that's what my faith gives me. That's what I look at. I study every single night before I go to bed. I study it in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, my morning process, thank you, Russ, for talking to me about this for a while. I wake up and I go outside and I say, thank you. I say, thank you for allowing me to wake up. Thank you for allowing me to have a great day. Thank you for allowing me to have the abundance. Thank you. Thank you for my children. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my people. All those things. And I really do that. I've gotten to a place now where that is a must. And I have my cup of coffee while I'm doing it.
We often talk about the benefits of morning routines, especially. And Ray Davis of Davis Home Inspections is today's believer in business. And I will say, Pastor Ray Davis has been leading us this morning here. Can you give us a little journey of your faith? How did you come to be a follower of Jesus?
All right. This is a long one, but I'm going to try to keep it short. My family down in Texas, we all went to church. My grandmother, God bless her, she is 94 years old, going to be 95 in November. And she is still with us. I mean, our whole family has gone to church. There's so many people in my family down in McKinney, Texas, that we are more than half the town. We spread out to different places, but always been very faithful. My dad grew up reading the Bible. The faith that we put in comes from our grandmother, and then also my mom. My mom was a Methodist minister for a while, and as a result of that, it's just always just been instilled in us. I actually played Baby Jesus in one of the plays when I was a kid. When I was a baby, I had no idea. And then I also went to a church camp when I was in elementary school, where I played the prodigal son. And and my older brother was with me. It was we shut down the play practice one day because I said a bad word. But it's okay. It's okay. But the prodigal son returns. I was funny how that story has been a really good part of my life. But since then, even when I met my ex-wife, she kind of helped bring me back to the church and stuff like that. And so I read my devotionals. I try to study as much as I can in terms of understanding the power of God and Jesus and what it can evoke for everyone. Even if someone doesn't believe in it, they're still in existence, right? So that's a wonderful thing. And so to this day now, it's just part of me. It just is the way that I speak to people. I don't have all the answers, but I know that, and it's funny because I can't really recite a lot of things from biblical verses, but I know the content and I know the major piece of it. We've talked once before about, when Jesus was on the boat and everybody, we had doubters, and yet he was like, I'm going to calm this storm down. And he comes out and calms the storm down by holding up his hands and looks around and says, I told you, and so those kind of things like that is what is the juice.
Yeah.
That is the special thing that, man, sometimes you just, there's more than what we realize, and we need to stop getting out of our lane and keep going for the discovery, because there's so much there. The power that we have within ourselves that I think that obviously our Creator has helped put in us.
Amen to that. Preach it, brother. There we go. But you know, I want to say to that everybody listening today, we all have storms, and that is a perfect story, Ray. As we get close to wrapping up today, that is a perfect story because we're all living that in one way or another.
Yes.
So great to bring up, because we want to encourage all of you, no matter what storm you are going through. Many of you know I'm going through a cancer journey, and that is quite a storm, but God is there to calm that storm and give me peace and be with me through it. Yes. And that is what we have to remember. It doesn't mean that the storm always goes away. He did calm the storm on the boat, and it made everything calm, but not everybody's storm gets calmed right away. But Jesus is always there with us through that storm. And so that's such a great point, Ray. And with that, I want to tell you, if you can just kind of wrap things up, give us you got a couple minutes, give us your just gold nugget of today's discussion, and then how do people get in touch with you?
All right. How do people get in touch with me? I'll tell you that in a second. But I guess in the golden nugget, there's a song by Kirk Franklin, who is a Christian artist in terms of music. And there's a song called I Smile. And it is a great song. And it talks about, as you're going through the storms, you still continue to smile. I smile. And that is one of my major pieces of who I am. I smile all the time. It's not about being deceptive. It's not about trying to take anything from anyone else. I'm just happy. I'm going to focus on being happy. I'm going to focus on being me. I think everyone else should do that. You know, you get a chance, check out that song. The song is awesome. But I let my kids listen to it on the way to schools in the morning and all that other stuff. So I smile. Even when I heard I smile. I know God is working, so I smile. You know, it is a wonderful, wonderful song. So I think that in terms of no matter what everybody's going through, go ahead and continue to smile. The best way to get in touch with me, 541-801-4588. You can call, text. My website is www.davis1.com. You can email me at ray@redhomeinspection.com. And even if it's just a call and send a text and say, hey, Ray, I'm not feeling too much sunshine today. I'll respond. I'll give you a little something, you know, and tell you to have a great day, encourage you. Do what you got to do. Just continue to smile. It's all coming.
And say that slower one more time, your phone number.
Oh, 541-801-4588.
Okay, we'll make sure and get that in there added. All of that information, everybody, is right there in the show notes, in the comments, and we'll get that number in there as well. And I just want to let everybody know you need to call Ray just to brighten your day, number one. But number two, he's an amazing home inspector. And so make sure and connect with him today. And again, there's his contact information. Thank you for everybody tuning in today. Ray, we're going to say goodbye right now, but hang tight in the green room for just a moment.
Have a good one, everybody. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Ray. See you in a minute.
Fabulous as always.
Awesome.
Great to talk to Ray.
Yeah, Ray is an amazing individual. And I just want to thank everybody for being here today. Just want to remind you all, go to local.theexperience.video for more information. And we love everybody in this community. And until next week, have an amazing life and enjoy
the experience locally.
Woo. There you go. See everybody.
Thank you for tuning in to The Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Listen to the program on Spotify or wherever you listen to fine podcasts. Join in every Monday live at 9 a.m. Pacific on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. We look forward to seeing you next time on The Experience Local with Russ and Scott.